power eating to lower blood pressure. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I hope you can see me loud and clear. So, have you ever wondered, or have you ever said anything like, I watch what I eat? Have you ever used that statement? Okay, so I'm just gonna adjust my lighting for a bit. It's kind of making my, it's like lighting just hitting my face so hard. And then I'm gonna share so more people can join us. Okay, this is a lot better, right? So a lot of people can join us. A lot more people can join us, and then we can get started. So give me a second. I do that. All right, so we're talking about eating. So I guess everyone eats. Every single one puts food in their mouth, yes or no. So today's topic is around how you can power eat or eat in order to lower blood pressure. All right. So just give me a second. I'm trying to make sure that everyone who's supposed to be on here is on here. Okay. Yeah. So I think it's on now. I see me. Beautiful. Okay, but just let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know where you're checking in from, where you're watching from. As you join us, let us know where you're joining us from and what's happening at your own end. All right. All right. So this topic is something that, if following for a while, we have been doing a series on. Let me share this just one more second, and then we are good to go. We are good to go. Try to find the link. Um, All right. So basically, if you've been following in the community, we have been doing a series on blood pressure control. We've been looking at a whole lot of things around blood pressure control, right? Because of course that's what we do. We help you. We help you improve your health. We help you control your blood pressure better, perfectly, so that you don't have to, live on drugs for the rest of your life. You can enjoy your best life in super health. So that's a really big thing for most people. And so today we're looking at food and. We put some very interesting topic around I watch what I eat is scam. Have you ever said that? I'm going to share with you why that is scam in a second, and then we can get started. Okay, Oweri, welcome. How are you doing? How is Oweri today? All right, so I am joining you, or I am shooting live from Port Harcourt. All right, so today we're going to be talking about um, power eating to lower blood pressure. If you followed us, meanwhile, feel free to share this broadcast. All right. If you followed us, we've been doing a lot of BP control trainings. So, but today we're looking at food, and this is something that in the spectrum, usually we do a three-step process. We recommend a three-step process in high BP reversal, in better high BP control. That's how we're able to get the kind of amazing numbers that you see us sharing with success stories, right? And really, we start from the mind. So, mindset, we work on mind liberation, then we move to body liberation. So, use of food is one big step in the body liberation method, because you're trying to empower your body in order for your body to be able to control your blood pressure better, right? So that's really what we do, because some people get it all mixed up, like, oh my God, how does this work? This is a whole this is hocus pocus. And this is not for everybody. Okay, what I'm sharing with you today, what I'm teaching you today, is not for everybody. It's more for people who are at a point where you feel like, I am fed up with whatever it is I've been doing. So I've been taking drugs for 10 years and I am tired of it. That's usually what makes people start to look for other means of achieving perfect blood pressure control, right? And so if you're at that point, you feel like, I'm tired of this thing, I'm beginning to have chest tightness, headaches, these are things that people don't talk about a lot, but it's there. You're living with it, probably living with it, right? And so what we're going to be talking about today is one simple way that you can actually use something that you do every day. I mean, you eat every day, regardless of whether you're on this broadcast. Even when we end this broadcast, you're still going to eat. Okay, if you don't eat tonight, you're going to eat tomorrow. And so one of the things that, okay, this kind of feels a little bit harder than usual. Okay, so one of the things that you can do is to use the food you eat. And so the method that we're going to be sharing today is called power eating. All right. So you can drop that in the comments. And when you stay to the end, I'm also going to be sharing with you one of the ways that we are able to help people, give you a countdown. That's what we'll be talking about this week as well, about countdowns, 30 days and all that. I'll tell you more about that in a moment, but let's concentrate on power eating. All right. If we're just meeting, I am pharmacist Chibwamam Ilechukwu, founder of Hypertension Africa, and where I help you improve your health and control your blood pressure naturally so you don't have to rely on drugs every day. So power eating, the concept of power eating is an extension of the mind liberation. It simply means that when you are eating with intent. Remember, you're eating with the intent of lowering blood pressure. All right, so that is what we want to bring out. Power eating. You're eating from a place of knowledge. You're eating from a place of every single thing that goes into my mouth. Yes, is supposed to help me to lower my blood pressure. And that is different from, oh, I've been watching what I eat. I don't really take a lot of soft drinks and all that. Okay, and so this is very important. So how we recommend the power eating, or how it would work for you, really, whether we recommend or not, is we use a strategy called the SAM strategy. SAM, you can drop that in the comments. SAM strategy. All right, last week we looked at body detoxing and how to detox correctly and stuff to avoid when you're doing body detox, right? So this time around, we're looking at power eating. So what you want to be doing when you're eating, if you're ever going to successfully control your blood pressure through eating, you need to be using the SAM strategy. Maybe you've heard me talk about this before, maybe you haven't, but this is how it works. So the SAM strategy means subtract, add, modify. Drop that in the comments. This is where the magic starts to happen, because most people are only, oh, I don't really eat a lot of red meat, but I eat white meat. Or, oh, I don't really, I don't take this, right? But then you're still taking things that are pushing up your BP. So subtraction means that you're subtracting, whether it's your foods, your drinks, your juices, your whatever it is that could be pushing up your BP. Those are the things that you want to subtract. And of course, this is kind of, so the SAM strategy is all encompassing, because it also talks about your habits, your the things in your everyday life, right? But as regards food, we're looking at every component of your food. All right. In this broadcast, I'm going to share with you three easy things that you can subtract like immediately after this broadcast, and you will begin to see the difference, or things you probably never even knew you had to subtract. Okay. And then, so you want to subtract those things, and then you want to add things in your diet that will be bringing down your blood pressure. At the same time, you want to modify certain things as well. So I'm going to give you examples. I don't want this to be so long, but I want to give you a head start. You know how we do with all our broadcasts, we give you a head start so you get started, right? Okay, Ponfa says he's joining from Just. How is Just? Is it as cold? Is it hot? As in, how is Just? Let us know. All right. So basically, so let's quickly look at, drop SAM strategy in the comments. The SAM strategy. That is how you are able to do power eating. Okay. So don't forget. So basically, the S stands for subtract. So three things that you can subtract, three things that probably you didn't even know that you had to subtract. There's a whole lot, right? We're not going to go so much in depth, but we're going to touch on everything. So three things you can subtract right here and now from your food. Did you know? Okay, so everybody knows salt, right? Yes. So basically, some people think, oh, I'm subtracting salt, is the salt additive. So let me tell you a story. So my husband, right? My husband once he visited a website. I think it's the WebMD website, right? And then on the website, let me be sure that you guys you can hear me. Let me just take a look at what's going on at the front end. Let's see what will look like here. Okay, it's good. All right. So my husband visited a website, a WebMD, and he took a quiz, something around hypertension. And he pinged me and he said, I just took a test on the on the on the WebMD on the WebMD site around hypertension. And these guys don't know that my wife is hypertension manager, because he got all the questions right and he failed one question, and he was like, I only failed one question. They don't know my wife is a hypertension manager, right? So do you know the question he failed? They asked him, so the salt that you have to avoid in food, or I don't know how they phrased it, but it was something around salt control and the source of the salt. And he said the salt that you have to avoid is the one you add when you're cooking, the table salt. And that was the one he chose, is the table salt. And he said no, it's the one in a processed food. So here's where I'm going with this story. So of course, everyone thinks is the one that you add to food that is the problem, but you don't know. What you probably did know is that it's not that one you add when you're cooking that is the problem. It is the all the other hidden sources of salt. So drop that in the comments, the hidden sources of salt. So want to look at where are the other sources of salt. Now let me give you an instance. All right, I just took this drink. You must have seen it on my story if you follow me on Instagram. This is like my new drink. Can you see this drink, right? And then this drink contains salt. I think I saw sodium here, right? So this drink contains sodium. And when we say salt, it's not even the salt, it is the sodium that is a problem. The sodium makes your body to retain fluid and increases your blood volume. So that's how it makes your BP go up, right? So it's the sodium that we're afraid of, or that we are wary about. So this drink, it's a bottle drink. I mean, it's soya milk. Soya milk is good, right? But it contains sodium. 150. So if per 100 mils, it contains 50 milligrams. Okay, and this bottle is how many liters is this bottle, right? So this is a source of salt already, sodium. So you drink this. Oh, I watch what I eat, but you're taking this, and then you take canned tomatoes, right? You put canned tomatoes in your stew. That is another hidden source of salt. You probably add, oh, sardine. I like sardine in my food. Fish is good. Fish oils is good for the body, contains omega-3. Fish is good. You add sardine to your food. Oh, tomato. You add 10 tomatoes to your food. Oh, I want corned beef. I just removed this and then I did. Do you see how it is the hidden sources of salt? That means that you're still taking a lot of salt on a daily. So those are some of the things that you want to look at. Like, I don't want to go on a tangent here, like talking to you about reading labels and all that. We could do that some other time, but those are some of the things. So when we say subtract salt, and then you're looking for both the obvious, the table salt, and the hidden sources of salt. All right, drop that in the comments if you're following so far. So basically, that is one thing. So, and then don't even fall into the trap of thinking, oh, okay, I moved to Himalayan salt or pink salt or this salt or sea salt. Salt is salt. Yoruba will say nkenkeneni. That's the Shaki accent. Nkenkeneni means the same thing because it's still sodium chloride. All right. So salt is one thing you want to subtract. White sugar, that is processed sugar. Did you know that it's not just about salt? Sugar is also a thing when it comes to high blood pressure control. So you want to look at your sources of sugar. Are you a sweet tooth? You love all them sweet things. So that is a problem as well, right? So guys, if you're finding this valuable, share this. Although this will not be available for much longer, no replace to this, no replace to this. So this particular training, make sure you're on our community Hypertension Africa if you want to always get access to these things. This time around, like, you can get this on my profile here, but it won't always be available. Join if you like stuff like this. Make sure you're on the community Hypertension Africa community. Okay, so salt, sugar. The next thing is full milk, full cream milk, right? So full cream milk is something that you don't want to be taking a lot of if you have high blood pressure, because source of fat. All right, because it's a source of fat, and for most people that have high blood pressure, cholesterol control is also an issue. And if you're high in blood cholesterol, or if your blood cholesterol is high, it will also add up to your BP, to the triggers, all right, that are causing your high blood pressure, right? So these are some of the things that are not talked about. You probably never heard this in your hospital, or sitting down, note of it and translated it into act. So these are the subtract. Make sure you note of these things. Let's quickly look at the add. So what are the things you want to add, right? So basically, things that you want to add if you're power eating is you want to add foods that will be pushing down your blood pressure. So at the moment, see, I've just mentioned 3 subtract. There's a whole lot, but we're not going into that just yet because we can't possibly cover everything. So you want to be adding foods that push down your blood pressure. I'm going to give you 3 classes of food that you can immediately add. So basically, yes, everyone knows fruits and vegetables. Everybody thinks that, but there is a whole lot more. So basically, you want to be looking at bodybuilding foods. Remember, we're looking at a body repair strategy, and that's why beans products, proteinous products, especially beans, is very good for people with high BP. Number 2 is potassium rich foods. Example of your potassium sources, you have bananas, you have sweet potatoes, you have watermelon, for instance. These are potassium rich foods you want to be adding to what you're doing. All right. And then let's quickly move to the M. The M is modify. I'll give you a perfect example. Your methods of cooking also play a role. So when we say, when people think, oh, I watch what I eat, it's all about because I don't take salt in my food. But how about how do you cook the food? Now, basically, if you are always deep frying your foods, you'll be surprised that you are heating up the food, you're breaking down the nutrients in the food. And at the same time, you are having what we call ACEs in the food, right? So basically, it's not the safest method of cooking if you have high blood pressure. Rather, you can do steaming, you can do boiling versus frying. So I've just given you like a rundown of what goes into the SAM strategy. It's a whole lot, and we're not going to go into a whole lot of details because of time. However, you're beginning to see how what I'm sharing with you is a lot different from what you've probably been doing. And that's why we say I watch what I eat is scam, because of the big question, what exactly are you watching out for? But you can immediately see that when you're looking at it from the perspective of um um from the perspective of I am eating to lower my blood pressure. So everything I'm putting in my mouth or I'm removing from what I'm eating is lowering my blood pressure. Then you are better off lowering your blood pressure. All right. So let me know if this has been valuable to you, and let me know in the comments. All right. So I promise to tell you how we can actually do a countdown. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts around this. Do you have any questions around these things? If you're just joining us, we're looking at power eating, which is conscientious, intentional eating to lower blood pressure, and we've looked at the SAM strategy as the method that you should employ if you want to lower your blood pressure better. And we've touched on things to subtract, things to add, and things to modify. All right. So basically, what we're doing at the end of the month, because January is almost over and we're going into February, one of the things that make people get a lot of results from these kind of things is, instead of just taking, oh, tips, they've given me one tip here today. Oh, I just learned this tip today. Oh, I just learned this. How about you get all the training or all the things, all the resources, all the information that you need, to work on your blood pressure? How about you get every single thing, all the nuances, all the secrets, so to say, and then you give yourself a push. We talked about this on Monday and Tuesday, where we're looking at countdown strategy. Many people don't use the countdown strategy, and that's why people go for 10 years and there is no difference in what they're doing. And so what we're doing over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is that we're going to be working with select few, and we're going to be showing you every single thing, walking you through the whole MBF process, which is the mind liberation, body liberation, and freedom activation, which of course we'll go a lot more in depth into using the SAM strategy. And then we'll show you everything, the framework that has helped over 500 people lower their blood pressure naturally without the use of drugs. And then you do a countdown. So the month of February is devoted to you achieving perfect BP control in 30 days or less. We give you a money back guarantee. Like at the end of 30 days, if you feel like, wow, this was a waste of my time, or even once you get on the program and after the first day, 24 hours, you feel like this is mainstream stuff. I've heard all this before. We give you your money back. like that's how sure we are. Someone just sent in their number today. She said it was. Let me read her. I'll do a shout out to her. Her name is Idira. Dear numbers. She actually put it on the community, and she said, "Thank you." Let me read out what she said. I hope I can find that her post. She just sent it this evening. She joined us for the December BP Mastery Workshop, and this is what she said. I hope I can find that. Yeah. This is it. Okay, so here's what she said. Thanks again for the BP Mastery Ideria. I think that's it. Thanks again for the BP Mastery Workshop held in December. Right now, my last reading was 113/74. Before now, it was 143/95 and above. Thanks for giving me hope and teaching me how to crush high BP. This is what she sent in today. She joined us in December and January. This is what she's sharing. So would you love to also be sharing? Oh, I used to have 150 or 170 and now my BP is 113/74, like before she ever had it. If you would love to join us, let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments if you would love to join us for the BP Mastery Workshop, which is how we're spending 3 days together. We're going to go in depth, and you're also going to be telling us the problem points for you so we can customize your journey for you and give you the push, show you how to do a countdown. So let us know in the comments if you want. I'm also going to leave the link in the description of this video, wherever you're watching this, so you can sign up for the BP Mastery Workshop. It costs 15,000 naira only, or $49. And so the moment you join us for that, we'll be able to give you everything, and then you join the success story for February. But let us know in the comments, has this been helpful to you? Do you have any questions around this? If you love to join the workshop, Mr. Paul Fa is here. I know he was part of the December gang, although he didn't join, but he joined as well. So his results so far. But let us know if this has been helpful to you, if you've got any comments before we sign up, before we sign off. And then I just want to look through and see, I hope I'm not missing any comments. Okay, over Sam strategy, I'm seeing just a few comments. If there are no comments, then we're going to end this broadcast. This place is increasingly hot today. I don't know why. All right, guys, so we have 5 people who are joining. I can't see you. But this is a wrap. For those guys watching on YouTube, we're also going to leave everything for you in the description of this video. Thank you so much. I hope you found value from this. So make sure that you go into the week power eating in order to lower your blood pressure naturally. I'll see you guys around. I'll see you. Bye.